My name is Aad van der Lande. I'm playing second base.
Okay. And what's your experience been like here playing in the States baseball?
Yeah, incredible, incredibly, I should say. So this is the first time we're playing here baseball in the United States. But it's really amazing. All the stadiums and the fields we're playing is so different than in the Netherlands. So it's really amazing experience for us. So.
That's good. And what's the difference between playing baseball here as compared to here? What's the difference, or is there any?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Oh, what's the difference between baseball in Holland or Netherlands or Holland compared to here?
Well, in Holland it's really a small sport, so there are only I think 25,000 people who playing baseball and softball. So here is this is I don't know exactly how to say, but this is one of the number one sports in the United States. In the Netherlands it's just soccer and hockey and etc. So, but no baseball. It's really a small sport in the Netherlands. So.
Holland Astro Baseball is on the air on APN Video Sports, and today from Scottsdale Stadium in Scottsdale, Arizona, it's the 2013 MSBL World Series. The Holland Astros taking on the number 1 seed and undefeated Colorado Springs. I'm Jeff Lowry with APN Sports. So glad you could join us. An absolutely gorgeous day for our international pastime. Holland team made up of 10 players that committed to this team. Montiano Blom, the gentleman who started this endeavor, he moved to the United States in 2007. He was transferred by his company to Houston, Texas, where he played in the Houston MSBL World Series for several years. He played in the Houston MSBL. Transferred back to the Netherlands. He told a bunch of his friends about the fun that he had at the World Series, and they put a team together. They got 10 people to commit, and the rest is history. And he has incorporated some American players with this team, and it's just a great honor to be a part of. We were a part of the Aussies in week 1. Did several of their games, and now being a part of the Holland group, and this should be a lot of fun. First pitch of the game taken high for ball 1, and this game is underway. Brigham will start it off. Wardo Brigham. He is one of the players from the Houston area and one of the most versatile players on the team, and that is going to be a hit batsman. And so Wardo is aboard with a free pass down to first base. This game is underway.
Number 11. Hey.
And the batter is going to be Everett Versalute. Second place hitter in the lineup. Everett, a catcher and an outfielder, and the ball eluding the catcher of the Colorado Springs team, and that'll allow Wardo to move up into scoring position. Everett, as I mentioned, a catcher, outfielder with an excellent vocal cords. On top of that, as he takes a strike, and it's 1-1. On top of that, he likes to get his uniform dirty at all and any occasion. Everett is married with his wife, Karina, who is one of several ladies in the stand. And the first 2 batters of the contest have been hit. So a rough start for the Colorado starting pitcher. And the third place hitter and the manager of the Holland Astros is Montiano Blom, or Monty as his friends call him. He squares the bunt and takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. Well, the first 20 years of his baseball life, Monty played all infield positions. The second 20 years, he played all outfield positions. For this tournament, he has practiced to play shortstop, and after 20 years, his favorite position overall. He bounces one foul, and the count is even at 1-1. He is aggressive at the plate, often swinging at the first strike offered, as he did here. He lived in Houston, as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, for 4 years, as this one has popped up out of play, and it's 2 strikes on the third place hitter. So Monty up there, and I guess his name is pronounced Bloom. I thought it was Blom. That's one of the players told us that before the game. So Montiano Bloom. And he's added the extra O to his last name on his jersey. 2 strikes on the third place hitter with 2 on and 1 out and nobody out. Ground ball third. Step on the bag for 1. Throw it on the first, not in time. Monty with some good speed gets down the line quickly. They'll get the lead runner. It'll be a fielder's choice, and here's Marvin Keller. Keller, another player out of the Houston area. Hard-hitting left-handed cleanup hitter for the Astros. Come in here with a record of 3 wins and 2 losses. Coming off a 16-win victory over the Rancho Dodgers, a tremendous outing by first baseman Manny Ocampo, who went 8 innings of 1 earned run baseball, had a shutout through 7 in that game, and keeping the Astros playoff hopes alive here in 2013. A called strike on the cleanup hitter. Marvin Keller. German ancestry. Of course, obviously Germany very close to the Netherlands, but nowhere near the same in terms of culture and similarities. Nevertheless, he fits in perfectly as a pitcher, first baseman, outfielder, an excellent hitter. His wife Mary is in attendance here as he fouls that one back to the screen. Boy, a beautiful day for baseball. Temperatures hovering around 80 degrees. We're in the top of the first inning. The Houston Holland Astros trying to draw first blood, and another pop-up that will be played by the catcher. No, it will not. He tried, but could not make a play, and new life for the cleanup hitter, Marv. Of course, that pitch not missing by much. 2 on with 1 out. First 2 batters of the ball game were hit. Everett takes his lead at second. Bloom at first, and this one is going to be in play. Shallow right center field. The center fielder coming on. He'll make the catch. And there's 2 down here in the inning. So 2 on, now 2 out. And the batter is going to be Greg Bertram out of Denver, Colorado. Greg catches. He plays the middle infield positions. Of course, came in here with starting pitcher Rick Fisher. Both men from the Denver area, as that pitch is in there for a called strike. And usually the first place these two go when they come down to Phoenix is In-N-Out Burger. So 2 are out, 2 are on. No score, top of the first. Curveball in there, a good pitch from the Colorado Springs right-hander. Runners take their lead first and second. He missed way outside with the ball. Of course, Scottsdale Stadium, the winter home of the reigning world champion San Francisco Giants, so they will not be repeating this year. Got knocked out of the playoffs quite some time ago. There's a swing and a foul tip into the catcher's mitt. That's the first strikeout of the contest for Colorado Springs pitching, and the first half inning is in the books. No score, 2 left on. You look at Rick Fisher, the starter for the Holland Astros, nicknamed the Fish, 61-year-old out of Denver, Colorado. They'll be facing Waller, Milo, and Dahl, the first three for Colorado Springs, the number one seeded team as of today. And the first pitch grounded to the right side, knocked down by the second baseman, but he will not have a play on it. And the first batter is aboard. I'll bring up the second hitter, Milo, who sends one down to third. A nice bare hand and a quick one-hop throw to first, but it's not in time. And that's an infield hit, so the first two have reached. I'll bring up a dangerous third-place hitter in Dahl. First pitch. High fly ball, hit well to deep left center field. On his horse, the center fielder, and Harry will not have a play on it. It will go as an RBI double, and just like that, Colorado Springs leads it 1-0. Second hit of the ball game for Colorado Springs, and now the cleanup hitter, Lindbergh. Lindbergh, one of the top run producers here in the 2013 45 and over division. So the first three have reached against Rick Fisher. And he hits a soaring drive deep center field. He hit that ball a ton, and what a catch by Harry out in center field. Well, it will go as a sac fly RBI, but what a spectacular catch out there. And it's now 2-0 in favor of Colorado Springs. Bonacuesta will bat, fifth place hitter in the lineup. Runner at third with one out. 2 runs in. Colorado Springs 2, Holland nothing. Just underway from Scottsdale Stadium, bottom half of inning number 1. And a ground ball to the right side, another chance for the second baseman, and he throws on to Ocampo, 2 down. But it's an RBI for Bonacuesta. And now it is a 3-0 ball game for Colorado Springs, and that'll bring up Thomas. Sixth hitter in the lineup, batting from the right side, a slightly open stance, and the first pitch from Fisher is grounded to the left side. A charging third baseman Fields. He will throw on to first, and that, well, was that a foul ball, or is Thomas just hurt? Thomas must apparently be ailing a bit, decide not to run it out, but a very successful first inning for Colorado Springs as we head to inning number 2 from Scottsdale, 3-0 Thunder. We go now to the top of the second inning, and it'll be Gordon Boswell. First pitch in there, a called strike, it's 0-1. Another product of Houston, Texas. And a grounder to third. Nice job on the pickup and the easy throw on to first. And Boz is retired 5-3. That'll bring up Don George, who the team met from Dallas in the stadium the day before this tournament started. Don has been living in the Netherlands for a short period and also coached some Dutch teams. Kind of joined the team at the last minute. Don coaches, pitches, plays first base. Of course, they lost the first 2 games, scoring only 6 runs. Don held a speech to loosen up, and since then they have been hitting the ball quite a bit better. Right now, they need to hit the ball. They need to get something going. They trail by a score of 3-0. And here is a ball that is hit out into center field. That is the first hit of the day for the Astros. So Don George is aboard. And now Titus Bloom. And here's a hard hit ball. Base hit center field. So Bloom is aboard. Back-to-back hits. And the next batter is going to be Marcel Suarto. Three nothing lead here. We are in inning number 2, top half of the second inning. And a slow roller up the first base line. And Marcel is going to be taken care of 3-1. 2 down in the inning. And I'll bring up Manny Ocampo. Manny, a longtime member of the famed Las Vegas Rattlers. Of course, Manny resides in Las Vegas. I believe he is in real estate. Says he has Dutch ancestry. As he chops one up along the third base side, that's a foul ball. Of course, Rainiers, the name on his back, is the name of his father-in-law, Bob Rainiers, who's a big 6'4" Dutchman, and it's his wife's maiden name. His wife is half Dutch. Ocampo, a longtime veteran of the MSBL World Series. We're in the 45 and over Cactus Division. Three nothing lead. Ocampo up there trying to get a run in. Grounds it up the middle. The second baseman has it. He quick throws to first. He gets Manny by a half a step, and the inning is over. A fine defensive play there. And we are now heading to the home half of the second inning. It's a 3-0 lead for Colorado Springs on the APN Sports Baseball Network. Alden Anderson is the public address announcer here today. First year with the MSBL World Series. He's doing a fine job. Bottom half of inning number 2. And the first batter, Berdahl, skies one to center field. The center fielder almost in a collision with the right fielder, and he'll haul it in for the first out, and that's now 4 in a row set down by the Fish. Harden will bat. So Rick Fisher on the mound. He had a rocky first inning. Hoping to rebound here. This guy is a real battler. Understand one of the team favorites. He's had a few health issues with the reoccurring cancer for coming out to this Phoenix event. Ground ball, shortstop. Nice job in the hole and a long throw to first, and there's 2 down. Fine defensive play by the shortstop.
Now batting.
So Monty with an exceptional play over there at shortstop. Lohman will bat with 2 out and nobody on. Fisher this summer was throwing some batting practice as Monty's going to get another shot of this one behind the bag at second. And how about that? I'll tell you about Fisher getting hit in the head during batting practice when we come back in the third. But after 2, Colorado Springs owns a 3-0 lead. It's still early. APN Video Sports. All right, let's see who's coming up here. It looks like number 6 will start the top of the third inning. Sean Coleman. Now, I know Sean Coleman is a Houston native. He played many years with the Houston A's, and did a lot of games for that Houston A's team. There's a swing and a miss. Beautiful slider down and away, and out number 1. Second strikeout for the Colorado Springs pitcher. We go back to the top of the order, and here's Wardo. And he pops it up first base side. The first baseman will two-hand grab it. And just like that, there is 2 down here in the top of the 3rd inning. Everett was hit by a pitch his first and only time up. This is a guy who plays a lot of fast-pitch softball. And he rockets one right off the pitcher's mound. Not sure why Everett decided not to run that one out. I think at my first indication, would be the fact that I think he thought the pitcher caught the ball. So the play will go 1-3, and we go to the home half of the 3rd, and the Astros needing some offense, trailing 3-0. It'll be Bystrom, Waller, and Milo. The first 3 here for the Colorado Springs Thunder.
Riding around my automobile.
5-0 record for the Thunder coming in. Ground ball, second base, he's got it. And an easy play for out number 1. So Bystrom is retired 4-3. Second base is Art.
26, Joe Walker.
We go back to the top of the lineup. I guess that was Joe Walker. I think I called him Waller in the first inning. It looked like Waller, but it's actually Walker. So we got verification from Alden Anderson, who does a nice job as the public address announcer. I'll tell you what, he's got a booming voice, no question about it. Walker reached on an error and scored the game's first run. He rolls one to the right side, another opportunity for Vanderlanden, and there's 2 down. So after committing the error on Walker back in the first.
Number 7, Chuck Milo.
He has settled down and he's been 3 for 3 on opportunities on ground balls hit to him. Second baseman for the Holland Astros. Chuck Milo, the first time up, he had a base hit and a run scored. We're in the bottom half of the 3rd inning, a 3-0 lead for Colorado Springs as they bat here. 3rd inning of work for Fisher. Yeah, we were talking about he got hit in the head on a line drive when he was throwing batting practice earlier this summer. He got rear-ended as this ball is hit off the mound, but he picks it up and throws him out, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. He got rear-ended earlier this year and suffered severe headaches for a while, so he's just had a lot of bad luck of late, but he has settled down here on the mound for the Holland Astros. And we're heading to the 4th, a 3-0 Colorado Springs lead. Well, here's Monty. One of the top batting averages on the team this year, .550 plus. On base percentage hovering around 700. Done an outstanding job. He's driven in a lot of runs too. And he got kind of handcuffed on that one. A roller to shortstop. I don't know if they're going to get him or not. And that's going to be an infield hit. And Monty is aboard with a leadoff single. So the 3rd hit of the day, Montiano Bloom. Kind of like the actor, whose first name has escaped me. The guy from Pirates of the Caribbean. Cleanup hitter Marv Keller at the plate. Wants to say hello to his wife Mary, who made the trip out here to Phoenix, Arizona for the 26th annual MSBL World Series. Here's a ball hit foul down the line. Felipe Montenegro delivers. He's pitched a good ball game so far through 3+ innings, giving up 3 hits, striking out 2, and he hit the first 2 batters he faced in the game. But we're here in the top of the 4th inning, and the left-handed hitter waits for the next pitch, and it's swung on and missed. So a big cut there by the cleanup hitter, Marvin Keller. 2 balls and 2 strikes to him. With Greg Bertram on deck, runner at first with nobody out. And the delivery. And a breaking ball to the right side, knocked down by the second baseman. He's got it. He throws on to first. That'll be the first out of the inning. Good play by Thomas at second base. So the runner moves up 90 feet into scoring position for the catcher, Greg Bertram. Greg struck out back in the first. High pop-up. Shortstop. Got it 2 down. Gordon Boswell will bat for the second time. Gordon has no Dutch ancestors, but found it appropriate to put Vanderboz on his jersey. So he turns around here. And what has happened here, and I forgot to mention this, but all the American players Dutched their name. And all the Dutch players, and I'm talking about their uniforms, the name on the back of their uniforms, and you'll see it after the game. We got a good close-up shot of all the names and the numbers on the back of their jerseys. So the Dutch players Americanized, for a lack of a better term, their name. And I think these guys have had a whale of a time this week. Here's a high chopper that's going to be trouble, and all hands are going to be safe. That'll be an infield hit for Gordon Boswell. And I think Mike Dresch is going to be batting here. I think this is an A-B situation. And that's exactly who's coming to the plate. Mike broke his left elbow less than 7 weeks before this tournament started. And he swings and misses at the first one, 0-1. First and third occupied with 2 out, top of the 4th. Astros trying to at least break through here. Mike, a tournament for which he came out of a multi-year baseball retirement. Mike is a pitcher and a shortstop. As he grounds one down to third, this is going to stay fair, and it's off the glove of the third baseman. An error on the third baseman produces the first run of the day for the Astros, and now the tying run is on base. Bloom will bat for the second time. He's 1 for 1. He had a single back in the second. Well, Monty's brother, at least the last 15 and maybe the last 20 years, has been a fastball, softball pitcher. Especially for this tournament this year. He started playing baseball again. He plays the outfield. He also, like I said, he pitches. Had a 3 multi-hit game earlier this week. And his wife, cheering in the stands for him, made the trek from the Netherlands. Renate. I'm not sure the pronunciation of his wife, but she's here in full support. Had a good little following here from overseas. I think that the fact that Steve Sigler, the president, the man who started this MSBL, I'll tell you what, I think in some ways they don't promote the fact enough of these teams coming in. And this is a big ordeal to come in here from, halfway across the United States. Then when you start talking about Australia and Europe, these teams are obviously spending a lot of money coming in here. Making a huge effort to get over here. And I think it's just fantastic. I think that things like this and teams like this really, truly make this MSBL World Series a very special, special event. And then the camaraderie, I think, is the big thing. That's strike 3 call. I don't think Bloom was too happy there. So he goes down on strikes, but hey, the Astros break through. They get a run. And we head to the home half of inning number 4, the Thunder with a 3-1 lead. 4th inning of work for Rick Fisher, the starting pitcher for the Holland Astros. A victory here today, they would most assuredly make the playoffs. Ground ball right side, nice play, and the throw on in time. Good play by Art, and there's one down. So Dial is retired, and here's Lindbergh. Sac fly back in the first, a 3-run first inning, capped off by an RBI double by Dahl and a sac fly by Lindbergh and a ground out that produced a run by the hitter on deck, Bonaquista. 3-1 lead, Colorado Springs. They bat here in the home half of the 4th inning. Rick Fisher, we were talking about just some of the bad luck that he's had, getting hit in the head with a line drive and then getting into a car accident. He's had some battles with cancer, but he is a long-time teammate of Manny Ocampo, who really gave us a lot of information. This has got trouble written all over it, and that high sky. I'll tell you what, Monty, you shouldn't feel too bad because, and I think Manny could attest to this, you come out here for spring training, and I know they don't have spring training in Las Vegas. I'm sure Manny's been out here. A lot of major leaguers struggle with, because most of the spring training games are played at this same time. They usually start around 1 o'clock, and we see, solid major league outfielders, shortstops struggle with, the plays exactly like that, those towering major league pop-ups. So Lindbergh with a stolen base. He's in scoring position. Bonaquista 0 for 1, but drove in a run by grounding out to the right side. He goes opposite field, and that ball is going to be in there for extra bases. Coming around third and scoring the 4th run of the game for the Colorado Springs Thunder is Lindbergh. Bonaquista with a 2-base hit, his 2nd RBI at bat, and it's 4-1 Colorado Springs. Now Thomas. Line drive, Monty on the big hop. Long throw to first, perfect. And in time for out number 2. Runner stays put at second base. Monty's done a great job out there at shortstop. They'll bring up Timothy Berdahl. Berdahl batting for the 2nd time. He flied to center field back in the 2nd inning. 4 runs, 4 hits for Colorado Springs. They bat with a runner at 2nd and 2 out. Rick Fisher has given up 4 runs, has not struck out a batter, nor has he walked a batter. And actually, 2 of the 4 runs are unearned. Here's a pop-up out in the shallow right. And the play will be made, and the side is retired. So we head to inning number 5 with Colorado Springs adding on to a 2-run lead. They now lead it 4-1. And you're watching the 26th Annual MSBL World Series here on APN Video Sports and our website, apnvideo.com. A special thanks to Monty Bloom for setting up today's broadcast. Harry DeVitt, outstanding center fielder who has been very busy in this game so far. He'll be the first batter here for the Holland Astros as they trail by 3 once again. They've been down 3-0 and now 4-1. Hit hard towards the shortstop. He makes a diving play. He's up. He throws it away. That'll be an infield hit. So Harry is aboard, leadoff single. That's going to bring up Manny Ocampo. Manny grounded out 4-3. Manny plays infield corners. Of course, we mentioned that he yesterday, in that 16-4 victory, he went 8 innings of 1 earned run baseball. In fact, the front 7, he was throwing a shutout. Well, he loves coming down to this tournament. I mean, I would imagine if you asked him, he would tell you that he almost lives to play a week or two down here in Phoenix. And we have had tremendous weather this entire tournament. He rifles one into left field, and that's a base hit. So they'll be on the corners. Manny with an outstanding play. And now we've got a discussion here with the manager of the Colorado Springs team. Well, I'll tell you what, I think what happened, I think Manny has been batting out of order because I've got him listed. I've got the actual score sheet that we made a copy of before the game. They got Manny actually down here in the 11th spot, and then they got him up there in the 10 spot. So there was some confusion there. And actually Coleman is the next hitter, so I think Manny's going to be called out here. And the runner, I think Harry's going to have to move back to second base. So Manny's going to be ruled out. Well, it's going to be interesting how how this plays out. Hans Kort. He's the rookie of the team, a soccer player by birth. He started playing baseball only a few years ago after his son became a baseball player when they lived in Houston for a 2-year period. Hans is the father of 2 daughters and 1 son. His wife, Anja, is in the stands here today. Hans is famous for his ever-optimistic approach. Hans Kort. The runner at second and 1 out. The pitch. Hammered to left field and down the line, and that's a base hit. Coming around third, he's going to hold up. And that'll be a double for Hans. So now Manny Ocampo is going to bat here at the bottom of the lineup. He singled earlier in the inning, but apparently batted out of order, so he was ruled out. Now comes up there with second and third. And he knocks one down the line, base hit. 1 run will score. And it is now 4-2, and Manny Ocampo a 2-for-1 in the same inning. And I've just been told he has just made MSBL World Series history. The first player ever to get 2 hits in the same inning and actually be called out on one of them because he batted out of order. So here's Wardo. And there goes Manny down to second, and the ball eludes the middle infielder, and the run will score. So a stolen base for Manny as the crowd was yelling Leaker Tiki, after, of course, being Dutch for a good hit. They were yelling Leaker Tiken as Wardo comes up to the plate, meaning get a good hit. So now Manny is in scoring position. 2 runs are in. Ocampo represents the tying run for the Holland Astros out of the Netherlands. 9 players, I think, in total are here from overseas. That is ball 4, and the second time that Brigham has reached base with a free pass. He was hit by a pitch in the first, and he walks here. So first and second, he represents the go-ahead run. Here's Everett. Everett having an outstanding series, hitting .458 coming in. And he chops one foul. This Astros team, they can hit the ball. It's just a matter of getting going here against the starting pitcher, Felipe Montenegro. He is an Arizona native. That ball hit down the line, base hit. Here comes Manny around second, around third. He will score without a throw, and this game is tied. RBI hit by Everett. And we are tied at 4 runs apiece. So the Holland Astros being very resilient here against the number 1 seeded, undefeated Colorado Springs team. And now the game is tied with a 3-run 5th inning. We're tied at 4. Well, here's Monty. And he pops it up on the right side. The first baseman giving chase. He won't have a play. In fact, Colorado Springs coming into today's game had outscored their opponent 75-22. So they've been very impressive. The number 1 seed team in the 45 Cactus Division. We're in the top of the 5th inning in a 4-4 tie. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Bloom at the plate. He has played a solid shortstop here today so far. And this one eludes the catcher. So the runner will move up to third, the runner from first to second. And now 2 ducks are on the pond. 2 in scoring position for Monty Bloom. In there for a called strike. Guys, we were talking about this team having such a good time out here. Manny was telling me about the free coffee that they got from the Dutch Brothers coffee shop. The waffles, which I guess Manny, I'm not sure what the deal was, but he loves these stroop waffles, I believe is what you call them. These are waffles with the syrup in the middle, and Manny was munching on all of them. And he was supposed to take it back to his wife. So they're going to have to play next year with these guys, which Manny is hoping that they can pull this all together again. But he's going to have to give his wife some of those waffles, as this one's looped over the drawn-in infield, over the second baseman's head, and the Astros lead it 5-4. Monty coming through with a clutch RBI single. It is a 4-run 5th for the Astros, and they lead by 1. And now the cleanup hitter is Marv. Marv hitting .421 in this tournament. The club RBI leader is Everett and Monty. And Monty easily takes second base. So now second and third. Boy, this could be a big inning here for the Astros. Still only 1 out. In fact, Colorado Springs has not retired a batter yet in this inning. And here's another run that will be produced. Wild pitch. It is a 5-run fifth inning, and it's 6-4 Astros. Now Keller. Ball 4. So now they're on the corners. And Greg Bertram looking for his first hit of the contest. 2-run lead Astros, top of the 5th. Bertram, outstanding series. Finds himself in a 0-2 hole, batting just over 400. RBI leaders in the tournament, Monty Bloom. And what did I say, Everett? Everett was second in RBIs. Third is Marv Keller. One reason why he's in that cleanup position. Fly ball, shallow center field. If it drops in, it's going to plate another run, and it will. Here comes the throw to the plate. There'll be no throw. The run scores. A 6-run inning for the Astros. Bertram with his first hit. RBI variety. They'll be at first and second. And there's still only one out. And Colorado still has not retired a batter. The only out in the inning was, as this one has hit the first, they'll go second one. Nice play by the first baseman. Throw it on the first, and they turn the double play. What a sensational double play to retire the side. 6-3-6. Lindbergh with a sensational job at first base for Colorado Springs. But a 6-run inning gives the Holland Astros a 7-4 lead. Bottom half of the 5th inning coming up. Getting a look at the starting pitcher, Rick Fisher. Home half of inning number 5. A 7-4 lead for the Holland Astros. They put up 6 big runs here in the 5th. Harden, Lomar, and Bystrom the scheduled 3. First pitch called strike. Colorado Springs scored 3 in the first. Dahl an RBI double, a sac fly by Lindbergh. Bonaquista grounding out to produce a run. They got another run in the 4th inning. A 1-out single by Lindbergh and Bonaquista doubling opposite field down the left field line. The Astros got their first run in inning number 4. Boswell an RBI hit. Or no, actually, that came in on the error. And that is going to be a strikeout. And that is the first strikeout of the day for Rick Fisher.
Number 9, J.R.
J.R. Sonis is actually batting for Lomar. I guess they are doing an A-B. And he hits a high fly ball back into deep center field and caught. Another fine running catch by Harry DeVette out in center field. So Naranosi, or Naranosi as he is nicknamed. And a ground ball to the right side and a great inning here. 1, 2, 3 for Rick Fisher as we head to the 6th. 7-4 in favor of the Astros. AP and Video Sports.
Don George.
Jeff Lowry back here. Don George will be the batter. And he takes a strike. George 1 for 1. He's batting in the 7th spot, 7A. The 7B hitter is Mike Dresch. No balls and 2 strikes. Right-handed hitter. And a swing and a miss. Third strikeout for Felipe Montenegro. And a fly ball out into center field. 2 down. Well, Tita's hit it pretty well, but center fielder was able to shield his eyes from the sun with that glove hand. 2 down in the inning. And here is Marcel Suarto. So Suarto batting for the second time. He's 0 for 1. Top half of the 6th inning. 7-4 lead for the Astros here on APN. Another thing quite worth noting, I should say, that quite some of the Dutchies this year returned from baseball retirement just to play in this tournament. Odd, Harry, Mike, Marcel, Everett, Titus. So this is the very first time that they have played together as a team, but it won't be the last. And they've already decided that they are coming back in 2014. As this one is hit up the middle and finding center field, a base hit. So Marcel with his first hit, he's 1 for 2. That is the 11th hit of the day for the Astros. Courtesy runner coming out. That'll be Bloom. And Sean Coleman. Coleman struck out back in the 3rd inning, and he just got plucked. So 1st and 2nd with 2 out. So a 2-out single by Suarto. Coleman gets hit by a pitch. And here's Manny. Manny set the all-time MSBL record, most hits in an inning. Actually set a record getting 2 hits but get credited for 1. He is the first player ever to go 2 for 1 in an inning. He's up there. He's got a chance to drive in a run. And now with the ball getting away from the catcher, both runners advance, and now he's got a golden opportunity to give his team some very needed insurance runs. They lead by 3, and he got under that one, and the second baseman will come on and make the grab to retire the top of the 6th inning. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. 11 hits in total for the Astros in this game. We head to the home half of the 6th. Manny Ocampo heading back to the dugout. 7-4 Astros on APN Video Sports. All right, the 6th inning of work for Rick Fisher. Hard hit ball to the right side. The second baseman, Art, has it scooped out nicely by Ocampo. 1 down. So 1 up and 1 down, and the defense has been pretty solid on the Astros side of the field. They did not give us their roster with the number 4 on it. Nonetheless, he drives a single into center field. So a one-out single.
Now batting, number 26, the leadoff
This is
hitter.
Joe Walker. Walker batting for the third time. He reached on an error in the first inning and scored a run and bounced out 4-3. Runner at first with 1 out. We're in the home half of the 6th, and the first pitch is high and inside, ball 1. Astros got a run in the 4th, 6 in the 5th. Colorado jumped out to a 3-0 lead, added a run in the bottom of the 4th to take a 4-1 lead. But that big 6-run inning has been the difference in this one, and the Astros lead by 3. Runner at first, 1 out. Here goes the runner, and Bertram's throw is in time. They got it. How about that throw from Greg Bertram? And that's the second out of the inning. Good job by Bertram behind the dish. So now Joe Walker will bat with 2 out. Chopper over the mound. Tough play for the second baseman, but he's got it. And the throw is, I'll tell you what, he's got to be out of there. And what was that all about? He did not pull his foot. The first base umpire, I've known this guy for years. I can't remember his name, but I'll tell you what. Whether he was not, it looked as if he was out, but even if he was not thrown out, it looked like the umpire got a little confused. He took his eye off, I think, the play, looking at the runner coming across. And he almost motioned as if he was trying to say Manny was pulled off the bag. That was not the case. So they get a gift there, and that's an infield hit. And a hit and run and a drive into right field. That ball's going to be caught, and the inning is over. So an outstanding running catch coming in was Bloom. And they're flashing the leather as we head to the 7th. 7-4, Holland. Wardo, the leadoff hitter, will start things off top of the 7th inning. Montenegro has went the distance so far for the Colorado Springs Thunder. Technically, they are called the Bro Thunder. And, of course, now one of the new terms around, I don't know if this is over in Europe, but here in the United States, when two guys have a relationship, a close relationship, it's called a bromance. That doesn't mean that they're intimate with each other. It just means that they're, well, it's a bromance. They're tight. So maybe that's what Colorado Springs, maybe the Bro Thunder, maybe it's kind of like a bromance. Bonding. And we'll leave it at that as Wardo takes a strike on the outside corner. He's been hit by a pitch. He's walked. He has scored a run. He has popped up to the first baseman. Trying to get things going here in the top of the 7th inning, and the pitch way outside, ball 4. I'll tell you what, he has done his job here today. The leadoff hitter has been on base 3 of the 4 times that he's been to the plate. And the batter is going to be Everett. Everett has been hit by a pitch, bounced out 1-3. He has singled in a run and scored. That was in the 5th inning, the 6-run 5th. He checks his swing there, and a ball hit back to the mound. They'll throw him out at first base, and that is the first out. Well, that's a pretty good sacrifice bunt, though he won't be credited with it.
Now batting, number 4.
But here's Monty. And Monty has had base hits in his last 2 plate appearances. Overall, he is 2 for 3. He has scored 2. He has driven in 1. The Astros lead 7-4. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Montenegro's first pitch, and Monty takes a strike. Might have offered it that one. Not too happy with the call. 0-1 on the Astros shortstop. Batting here in the top of the 7th, leading by 3. That's out of play. Right-hander taking his time out there. Pitch. Ground ball left side. Third baseman's got it, knocks it down, throws on to first. He threw it away. There'll be an error on the third baseman, and the runner to third is Brigham. And on to second is Monty. Second and third, one out for the cleanup hitter, Marvin Keller. Third on the team in runs batted in this 2013 MSBL World Series. Breaking pitch misses, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. You just get the feeling, because this Colorado team scoring 75 runs through their first 5 round-robin games. That one is high and tight, and it's 2-0 on the cleanup hitter. They have outscored their opponents 75-22. So you get the feeling that 7 runs may not be enough to win this game. And the Astros have been threatening, the last couple of innings. They had a couple of runners on base last inning, did not score. They had 2 on with 2 out in the 4th, did not score. They had 2 on and 1 out in the 2nd and did not score. And you go all the way back to the 1st inning, they had 2 on with nobody out and did not score. But they're going to score here as this ball is ripped out into center field. A run-producing hit. The Astros lead at 8-4. RBI single for Marv Keller. That is a huge, huge run. And now the man who came up with a big RBI hit back in the 5th inning is Greg Bertram. He grounds it to short. Can they turn the double play? They get 1 at second. They get a second at first. A 6-4-3 double play. And the side is retired, but hey, the Astros will take it. They get 1. They lead 8-4. You're watching the 2013 MSBL World Series here on APN Sports. We got a new pitcher on the mound. So Bart will take over. Bart, outstanding pitcher, playing any other position for him is just to bridge the time to his next start as a pitcher. Bart is married to Louise and has 2 daughters. Bart's last name, which is hard to pronounce for English speakers. So he just put Bart on his jersey, and the first batter greets him with a line drive left field, caught 1 down. Well, a fine catch out there in left field for out number 1 by Ward Brigham. Now Lindbergh. Well, I'll tell you what, give a lot of credit to Rick Fisher. 6 innings, and he was sensational. 2 earned runs, high fly ball, Lindbergh, and another opportunity in left field, and he will make the catch. How about that? A couple of outstanding plays by Wardo in left field, and the Houston native turning in some web gems, 2 down. And this one's hammered to center field. Back on the ball is Harry DeVette, and the inning is over. 3 up and 3 down, 3 flyouts. And we're heading to the 8th inning from Scottsdale Stadium, the winter home of the San Francisco Giants. And today it's home to the 26th annual MSBL World Series. 8-4 Astros. We go to the top of the 8th. Jeff Lowry back here, top of the inning. Gordon Boswell. Boz is 1 for 3. Hit into a double play his last time up. In the second game of the tournament, Boz was really instrumental in his play down there at third. He made 6 5-3 plays and recorded 2 unassisted outs. Valuable member of this Holland Astros team. 9 members from across the Atlantic. That ball hit him, and the leadoff hitter is aboard once again. Boy, how many hit batsmen has Montenegro had? That might be the limit. So we got a new pitcher on the mound for the Thunder. Montenegro goes 7. I thought he pitched a good game. Arizona native Felipe Montenegro out of the ball game after 7+ innings. And a throw down to first. Boy, a good throw would have had him. Mike Dresch, the batter, reached on an error his only time up, and he bunts one, and it is a dandy. Third baseman's only play is to first, and that'll be a sacrifice. Going 5-3. Boswell will move up 90 feet in the scoring position.
Now batting, number 60.
As the new pitcher is Bystrom. So Montenegro, I have no idea what that was. Bystrom, Montenegro goes 7+, and now gives way to Bystrom, who delivers a strike. Bloom has had a nice day at the plate. 1 for 3. Hit the ball hard a couple of times. He's down 0-2. Top of the 8th, 8-4 lead. Astros bat here. A victory should give them a playoff berth. That would make them 4-2. If they do not win this game, there's a chance that they'll be on the outside looking in. Ground ball, left side foul. Colorado, they're already in. They're the number 1 seed right now, win, lose, or draw. Coming in with a record of 5 wins and no losses. We're in the 45 and over Cactus Division. Bystrom, the new pitcher, in relief of Felipe Montenegro. In the air, but this one's drifting out of play. We talk about how big Tempe Diablo Stadium. What about this ballpark? Wow. 430 feet to straightaway center field. 360 down the right field line. Now, it's a little shorter out in left field. It's 330 as opposed to Diablo 340 down the left field line, but 360 down the right field line and 430 up the middle. That's strike 3 swinging, and there's 2 down here in the top of the 8th inning.
Now batting, number 4.
All right, so the next batter this is Lester Beard. Lester's 2013 season has been troubled by a herniated disc. He's pitched only 1 inning as the runner will advance to third before coming to Phoenix. Nevertheless, he's pitched a very strong game against the Arizona Diamondbacks earlier this week. It was actually his first start of the season. Lester also plays first base and the outfield. Lester is from Houston, Texas. And he set up these pretty sharp uniforms, especially when you look at them from up close. And you'll see them in our post-game interviews. Just got a piece of that one. Good swing, though. Good-looking swing up there for Lester Beard out of Houston, Texas. I can't believe he is playing with a herniated disc. God, that was a good-looking pitch there by Bystrom. He's run the count full on Lester. Let's see if he can come through with a big hit here. 8-4 lead, 2 out, runner at third, the pitch. He pops it up. Is he going to stay in play for the third baseman? Yes. And we head to the home half of inning number 8. With the score, the Astros leading 8-4. Thomas will lead it off. Well, we're having a lot of fun here at the ballpark. Jeff Lowry with APM Video Sports, and special thanks to Monty of the Holland Astros. Almost called them the Houston Astros, and they kind of are the Houston Astros because we've got 4 players from the Houston area on this team. So an 8-4 lead for the Astros over the Thunder. Thunder batting here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Grounded to shortstop, Monty deep in the hole. Long throw, and it's going to pull Manny off the bag at first, and that's going to be an infield hit. Timothy Berdahl. Bart will throw over to first. Bart is in his second inning of work in relief of starter Rick Fisher, who went 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, only 2 earned. Pitched a marvelous game here in a clutch game for the Astros because if they win, most likely they're in the playoffs. Actually, Berdahl has been lifted for a pinch hitter, number 13. Not sure his name. It's not on the roster. Left a few names off the roster, and he pops it up. That was off the end of the bat. Monty calling for it. He's got it. And that is a very big first out. You can see that even a routine pop-up like that is a huge challenge on a day like this. And, of course, Monty's sunglasses are on his hat and not on his in protecting his eyes, as this one is going to be caught by the catcher. How about that? What a nice job by Everett, coming a long ways. He was just very nonchalant about that. Very matter of fact as he makes that catch in foul territory. And there's 2 down, and here's Lomar. I tell you, this Bart, you got to appreciate what he brings to a team on the mound. I mean, he comes right after you. Nothing in 1, the count with 2 out, a runner at first. And another pop-up. And this one is going to fall in. Well, he made the catch prior to that, but this time he was unable to, and that is really not the catcher's ball. That ball is tailing away from the catcher. He got away with it earlier, but that time, that's... All right, so they go ahead and walk Bystrom, and now the bases are loaded.
Now batting, number 34, Joe Nagel.
Joe Nagel will now bat. He is the tying run, representing the tying run. 8-4 lead in the first pitch. Called strike. Oh, not sure where that pitch was. Looked like out. Got a lot of the plate. Looked like it was high enough, and he called it a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. So Nagel up there, bases loaded, 2 out. Astros with a 4-run lead, and it's high, and it's 2-0. That was Manny Ocampo's helicopter flying off the helipad across the street. And I want to thank Monty for setting up today's broadcast. I want to thank Manny for calling me a couple of times, giving me some information, and it's now 3-0 on Joe Nagel, and he's a pitch away from forcing in a run via the walk. Pitch. High ball 4. So he's walked the last 2, this one forcing in a run, and it's a 8-5 ball game, and now runners still at first, second, and third. And our infamous number 4. Well, remember, 2 out. You just need to get an out here. High fly ball into that mean sun, and he had no chance. 1 run is going to score. 2 runs are going to score. That's going to go for a 2-run single, and it is now a 1-run affair.
Number 26, the leadoff hitter, Joe.
Well, Joe Walker. And that is going to be all for Bart. So we've got our 3rd pitcher employed here by the Astros. Tell you what, we got a lot of baseball left here. So the new pitcher for the Astros is number 8, Mike Dresch. He will inherit 2 runners. And now Joe Walker at the plate. Strike called, and it's 0-1. So 3 runs are in. The tying run 90 feet away at third base. Here's the pitch. In the air to right center field. He hit it a ton. That's going to produce the tying run. Walker heads for 2. He's got a double. As the throw comes in, and we actually had a play at the plate, safe. 9-8 Colorado. On a 2-run double by Walker, and you can see why they are 5-0. Chuck Milo will now bat as you get a look at Walker at second base. He is 1 for 3 on the day, still 2 out, and a chopper down to third. Nope, towards shortstop. Long throw, and Monty still got it. How about that play? I didn't think he had a chance to throw him out, and he made a very explosive arm on the right side, or on the left side of the infield. But the Astros give up 5 runs and now trail it 9-8. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Well, Bystrom can now win this game if he can hold the Astros at bay. Top of the 9th inning. First pitch swung on and fouled off. Bart batting, I believe this is the first time. Going up against Bystrom. In the top of the 9th inning, the Astros trailing now 9-8. They trailed 3-0. They trailed 4-1. And then led for about 4 innings as this one's rocketed to the second baseman, caught 1 down. We've had 2 lead changes.
Number.
And now Manny comes to the plate. Manny, with 2 hits today, he's only going to get credited for 1 because they had him batting out of order. But I think he is 1 for 3. And he is 1 for 3. He had a single and a run scored in the 5th. So they need him to come through here in a big, big way. Down a couple of strikes, right-handed hitter who tends to hit up the middle or towards the right center field. This time he pulls it into left, and that's a base hit. So Manny Ocampo representing the tying run here for the Astros. The top of the ninth inning single.
Now batting.
And I think we're going to get a new pitcher. So Bystrom, who did a nice job, is coming out.
That'll be it for the Burrow Thunder pitcher. Let's give him a big round of applause.
So we got a new pitcher on the mound, 33. And a break in the action here from Scottsdale Stadium. Here's Wardo. Leadoff hitter has done his job today. He has scored twice. He has been on base 3 of the 4 plate appearances, including 2 walks, and he's been hit by a pitch. Manny at first with 1 out, and the first pitch is ball 1. I'll tell you what, this is the biggest at-bat of the game right now. Wardo's got to come through here. You don't want to make that second out in this situation with the game on the line. And right now, he is ahead in the count at 2 balls and no strikes. Colorado Springs in the field, trying to complete round-robin play, undefeated at 6-0, and a good cut by Wardo as he fouls it back. 2 balls, 1 strike. There goes Manny. Here's the throwdown, and it's safe. And a collision with the second baseman, and Manny has his second stolen base of the day. He's going to have to shake it off. He collided shins with the Thunder second baseman. Chopper over the mound. Could be trouble. The second baseman flat out booted the ball. Here comes Manny to the plate, and this game is tied at 9 apiece. Oh, a monumental mistake by the second baseman. He simply took his eye off the ball, and Manny racing in. He never broke stride, and he will score, and that was all set up by the stolen base. Otherwise, that might have been an inning and game-ending double play. So we're tied at 9. And now Evert. He is 1 for 3, an RBI single, and a run scored in the 5th, and here's another steal. Well, you got to keep pouring it on. 45 and over Cactus Division. That's upstairs. Wow. Borderline pitch. Runner at second. Ocampo scores, making it 9-9. Swing and a miss. He took something off that pitch. Well, I mentioned it earlier. I didn't think when they had a 7-4 and 8-4 lead that would be enough. They need some runs here. Popped him up, and trouble written all over this one, and dropping in for a hit. And they're at first and third. Second hit of the day for Evert.
Now batting, number 4, Montiano.
All right, so Montiano coming to the plate. Monty, a man who organized this team. He has played tremendous at shortstop. That play deep in the hole back in the 8th was one of the best. And the runners will be at second and third on another stolen base, the 3rd of the inning. Though probably some of those baseball people might call that defensive indifference. Boy, look at the lead that Everett is getting out there at second base. And Monty drills one into deep left field. He hit it a ton. It's over the head of the left fielder. 2 runs are going to score, and the Astros lead 11-9. Monty with a 2-run double, his 3rd hit of the day, his 3rd RBI.
Now batting.
It is a 3-run inning.
Marvin Keller.
They'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Marvin Keller. Still only 1 out here in the inning. And the Holland Astros have erupted for 3 runs and lead it by 2. Here's the pitch. Hammered to left field. That's a base hit. Will this get the run in? It will not. The throw comes in, and it's going to be cut off. 3 straight Astro hits. 1st and 3rd, 1 out. Here in the 9th inning, and the batter is going to be Greg Bertram, who is 1 for 4. He had an RBI single back in the 5th. What an exciting game we have had here at Scottsdale Stadium. First pitch is a strike. Here's the throw down on a steal attempt, and it's not in time. That is 4 stolen bases for the Holland Astros here in this 9th inning. 0-1 the count to Greg Bertram with now runners at 2nd and 3rd and 1 out the pitch. It gets by the catcher. Another run is going to score. It's 12-9 Astros. At this point of the ball game, you take them any way you can get them. Now Bertram, a drawn-in infield. So you get the feeling that Bertram may just want to slap one through, hit one hard here. Tried to check his swing. He went around. That's a strike. Looked like a pretty good call by the umpire. Bertram looking back, questioning the call. And he's down 2 strikes. A ball and 2 strikes. Of course, the 2 guys on the field that really you don't want to argue with the umpire when you're at the plate are the pitcher and the catcher. He hits a fly ball center field, and I tell you what, this is going to get the run in. Here's the catch. Here's the throw, and it will be cut off. And a sac fly, the 2nd RBI producing at bat of the day for Greg Bertram. It's a 5-run inning. And what about these Holland Astros, who now lead at 13-9. Here's Boz. One for 3 at the plate. He has been hit by a pitch. There are 2 out and nobody on. 5 runs in for the Astros here in the top of the 9th inning. And they lead by 4. This one is popped up, shallow center, and somehow, some way, he makes the catch looking up into the sun. A very successful top of the 9th inning. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The Thunder now trail by 4 once again. They've trailed 8-4 and now 13-9. Now, Tom Jones, one of the revered recording artists in Europe and America during the 60s, and then had a resurgence about a decade ago. First batter wallops one out into center field and a leadoff single. Well, a good start for the undefeated Colorado Springs team, as Dahl, who committed that huge error that really opened up the floodgates in the top of the inning. So now the batter is Lindbergh. Sac fly, single run scored. He's 1 for 2, and the first pitch is low, ball 1. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning. The Astros, if they can hold on and win, they go to the playoffs. And if they don't go to the playoffs, something's wrong. 4-2. We're in the 45 age group plus Cactus Division. Second inning of work for Mike Dresch. Hammered down the line, foul ball. Of course, we mentioned Dresch 7 weeks before the start of this tournament, had broke his left elbow. This one's hit hard and past the third baseman. And the Thunder have the first 2 men on base as that runner will score on an RBI hit from Lindbergh, and it's now 13-10. And nobody out with a runner at first.
No.
Bonaquista. He's driven in 2 today. He is 1 for 3, a double RBI back in the 4th. He had a ground out RBI in the first inning when Colorado Springs erupted for a 3-run first and led 3-0. They led 4-1. And here's a shot down the left field line, and that's another hit. 3 straight hits. Throw comes in. The runner is safe at second. It's a 2-base hit. Second and third, tying run at the plate, nobody out. First pitch is looped into right field, a base hit, a run is in. Bobbled by the right fielder. They will hold the run up. They're going to send him home, and it's a 2-run base hit. And all of a sudden, it is now 13-12.
That'll be it for the Holland Astros pitcher. Let's give him a big.
All right, the Holland Astros are going to bring in another pitcher, Lester Beard. So Beard, the 4th pitcher used, and the batter squaring the bunt, and Lester nearly decapitated the poor soul. And the runner moves up. The tying run is now in scoring position. Now, do you play small ball here? I'll tell you what, I don't think I am. I'm going for the win. You're the home team. I am not a big fan of the bunt. I'll just tell you that right now if anybody cares. I'm not. There are times where I'm a big fan of it, and I'm not going to go into all that. But I'll tell you what, I think for the most part, as this one's laced out into left and dropping in for a hit, and now the winning run is on base. First and third. I think so many times, especially in the MSBL, I don't like the bunt down here in most cases because you might lose a big inning. First pitch is low, a ball. All right, so let's see if the Astros can keep that runner at bay. But there is the tying run is at third. The winning run is at first. Still nobody out. And here's Hardin. Actually, this is not Hardin. This is, we got one of those non-roster players. This guy was a non-roster player in the dirt. So the new pitcher in there for the Astros, Lester Beard, trying to, well, I'll tell you what, he needs like a pop-up or a strikeout here. That would be a huge shot in the arm for the Astros, clinging to a 13-12 lead. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning, tying run at third, winning run at first. Swing and a miss. The runner will take second without a throw. Second and third. Curve swung on and missed, and an absolutely monumental strikeout for the Holland Astros.
Now batting, number 9, J.R. Salina.
Now JR. Fastball high and away, and it's 1-0. So resetting the stage here, bottom of the 9th inning. You got the Thunder trying to go 6-0 in round-robin play. They're at the plate. They trail 13-12, but the tying run is at third, winning run at second, the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. J.R. Salinas. Good left-handed hitter. Curve is swung on and foul tipped, and it's 1-2. Boy, could Lester come up with a strikeout here. Here's the pitch. Way inside. And it's 2-2. Boy, he came within just a milli-inch, if there is such a thing, of hitting him. That would have loaded the bases with 1 out. They got a base open at first. Check swing foul into the third base dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Winning run at second. The pitch is swung on and missed. He got him his second straight strikeout. And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
19, Carl By.
Carl Bystrom is the last hope for the Thunder, trying to come back and win this game. Winning run at second. And a swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. They came into this game 5-0. They had outscored their opponents 75-22. They are the number 1 seed going into the playoffs, and I think they're the number 1 seed regardless of what happens here today. But Bystrom up there at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Winning run at second, the pitch. And a long drive. Deep right field. He hit it a ton. It's off the wall. 2 runs are going to score. And Colorado Springs will end the round robin of this 2013 World Series undefeated 6-0. They defeat the Astros 14-13. Stay with us. Our postgame is coming up next on APN Video Sports.
How was your name and position?
Manny Ocampo, second base, first base, pitcher. I met Montiano a few years back. He's played with me with my Las Vegas Rattlers team, and at the time he was working and living in Houston. So we've kept in touch, and he wanted to bring his guys over from Holland, which he did, and I'm glad he did, and asked me to play with him, and we've had a great time together. These guys are good guys.
You're not from Holland, then?
No, I'm from Las Vegas.
How does you feel playing with these guys here? Is it different?
It was a wonderful experience, and hopefully we keep playing. And hopefully they make it a tradition to come back once a year to Phoenix or Las Vegas and play with me. So make sure you guys come back. Come to Las Vegas. Play with the Las Vegas Rattlers. Or we'll just bring the Holland Astros to Las Vegas. How's that?
Pitcher. They call me the Fish.
Okay.
And I've known Monty for 7 years. And we became real good friends. And I just thank him for the opportunity to come here. A great bunch of guys. And I'm 61 years old.
Oh, wow, yep.
And still love the game just like they do. Tough one to lose.
You're from Holland?
I'm from Denver, Colorado.
Oh, okay. Now, how does it feel to play with these guys? What's the experience like playing with different?
It's just great playing with them. They understand baseball. Now they got a taste of what it's really like to play baseball over here.
It's okay.
My name's Greg Bertram, number 22. I catch and play the middle infield.
Okay. And where are you from?
I'm from Denver, Colorado.
Oh, you are.
I had not played baseball for 3 years. I retired 3 years ago, and my friend Rick early this spring asked me to come out and play on his team in the leagues, and with the goal of coming down here to Phoenix to play in the tournament with a bunch of guys from Holland. So.
And what was that like playing with these guys? How's the experience playing with them?
Terrific, fantastic. They really know how to play. They know how to have fun. It's been a terrific experience all around.
Any differences in style of play or how they play?
Not really. I think that's the thing I'm most impressed with is that they do know how to play the game. I know that we play with some guys all summer who've been Americans, been playing the game for 35 years, and sometimes they don't know what to do. They don't know how to play. These guys know how to play. I was really impressed with that. And there's some good athletes out here too.
Cool.
All right.